2020 campaign for James Harden. And here's Harden. He'll take the first shot of the game, and it's on the money. Hart drains another one. His second three, he's got 10 points. Inside 2 to play in the first half. Nobody picks up Harden, and you know he's going to fire it from 30 feet and drain it. Harden pulls the trigger from deep, buries a three.
Bev trick y'all, man. Like, he played defense. As you've seen, what happened, 47. All that commotion to be a 47.
Hey, welcome into First Take on this Friday Eve. Stephen A. Smith, Max Kellerman, Molly Karen Rose. How's everybody feeling today?
Good morning.
All right, let's get right to it.
I'm sick, but I'm here.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's what happens when you're on
Bad
TV
weather.
24 hours a day.
Or when you're stuck in weather, and 1 minute you're in 90-degree weather like we were in Arizona, and then another day you go from 90 degrees to 30 degrees. That'll do it. But I'm here. Let's go.
Okay. All the talk has been about L.A. Houston reminding folks they are out here. James Harden, the Rockets defending court, 47 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists. 17 of his 47 points came in the fourth quarter, Max, outscoring the Clippers team 10-2 in clutch time. How impressed were you by those Rockets?
I was impressed. The Rockets, James Harden is the MVP of the league so far. He is motion to get 47, right? Because Harden dropped 47. You know what Harden was actually when Beverly was defending him? 0 for 6 from the field per Kirk Goldsberry. 0 for 6 from the field. You know who the best Harden defender is over the last 2 seasons? How many points per possession and all that stuff? By far, it's not close. Patrick Beverly. Of course, by the end of the game, Harden's going to have a lot of points. He shoots a lot, and he's a great offensive player. But insofar as you can have a single defender to put on Harden, the Clippers have the best one. Whatever Russell Westbrook says, who I love, whatever he says about Patrick Beverly, that man got it done on Harden, who dropped all those points last night.
But doesn't Harden deserve some credit? Stephen A., one of the knocks against him is that he isn't clutch. He outscores Kawhi and them 10-2 in the fourth, puts up 17 in the fourth, and that was one of the things that was held against him in clutch time.
Well, first of all, nothing gets held against James Harden in the regular season because he's prolific in the regular season, although his numbers dip somewhat percentage-wise in terms of efficiency in the postseason. The difference between Max and I when it comes to Max talking about he chokes in the postseason or whatever, my belief is that sometimes you on, sometimes you off. You're choking when all of a sudden you're scared and you don't do anything. That's different than just missing shots. He was missing shots at the beginning of this season. He was bricklaying for the first 4 or 5 games, for crying out loud. Couldn't find the basket. Those things happen to people who shoot the basketball who are not named Steph Curry or Klay Thompson. That's just a fact. But getting to Russell Westbrook, let's do Patrick Beverly and Russell Westbrook, or at least Patrick Beverly, some justice here. Russell Westbrook has a history with Patrick Beverly since Patrick Beverly messed up his meniscus in 2013. Yeah. Russell can't stand the guy pretty much, and that has a lot to do with this. So there's some history there. But we all know that Patrick Beverly is not an offensive player. Hold on. We all know he's not an offensive player. We know primarily he's a defensive player, and more importantly than anything else, the bottom line is he's going against elite, prolific, offensive talents in the National Basketball Association. So, of course, they're going to get their numbers. The question is, how efficient are they against Patrick Beverly compared to most others? And the truth is, that's not the case. They're not efficient against them.
Patrick Beverly, you want him on your team, for sure. And by the way, for a defensive player, he can shoot, which is exactly what you want.
That was a bogus sixth foul against him, too, last night. He shouldn't have fouled out.
Stephen A., if your basic argument about Harden is he's simply been unlucky in big moments, I don't buy that. I think the sample size is getting too large. I don't buy that in the playoffs. To Molly's point, Molly, to quickly answer your question about what he's doing in the fourth quarter, we saw positive signs from Harden going into last year's playoffs, and he improved, but ultimately still choked under pressure. I'm seeing positive signs now. I'm rooting for him. I got to see it in the playoffs.
Yeah, and I think the real question moving forward
is
when
choke last year.
When the Clippers get healthy. All right, we'll leave it on that note. They are second to the Lakers in the West right now, but of course the Clippers aren't healthy, getting PG-13 hopefully back tonight. Guys, teams are reportedly